My friend Victor is not the typical car guy. I've built more things for him than I can remember. Everything from custom cars to architectural elements. Nothing for him is ever stock. Victor comes in and he's all charged up. He's got this great idea. He wants to do another project, and it's a little different than what we've done before.
I know you don't use plans, but I even downloaded a set of plans. I want this thing just to be crazy. The other night I was thinking of a project that I need. I got a retail plant rental company. I need for my nursery to have like a little car spectacle, something that, just something like people would see like, what the heck is this thing?
If Victor wants a spectacle, he came to the right place. Yeah, I've seen pictures of this thing. I never knew what the heck it was called. So it's a little utility van, basically. I think the coolest factor about this whole build is it's like a 70s kit car, you know? And this is one of the things I've seen pictures of, but never seen one.
When I brought it to Ian, I knew he would make this thing work.
And they give you all the dimensions
All
and
the
specs.
dimensions, but remember, like everything we do, this means nothing. This means someone has built something like this, so ours cannot be like this.
I think we're gonna take these plans and funkify them. We're gonna go full disco. I think it's gonna be cool.
I don't know what can we use. I don't know what kind of foundation or what is this.
This bus that I have has already been shortened, so it just might work out perfect.
Oh, dude.
See, somebody already cut the whole thing in half. They
That's
shortened
perfect, man. Yeah, no, now I get what you're talking about.
This is a 1968 VW bus.
So, Ian, I got one question. What the heck were you thinking when you bought this thing? What were you gonna do with it?
This isn't mine. This is for another client. He's almost as eccentric as you. So, I mean, this looks like a crazy clown car, but we got plans. My friend Mark brought this down from Canada. He's got a project that I'm building for him, and I'm only using the external sheet metal. So we're using the leftover parts. I'm gonna use the shortened chassis and modify it, and I just think it's really cool that nothing goes to waste.
You're probably gonna have to lengthen it though, right?
I think so. This is too short. The main thing with this chassis is that it's all intact. I'll lengthen it and just come up with a couple dimensions on the body. You come back when I get this thing all chopped apart, and we'll go from there. Let's cut it apart and make it into something better. I think anything could happen from this point on. He's got a set starting point, but who knows where it's going. Well, I'm just gonna cut through and see where it goes. Thank you, that's enough. Go on. See that? It's like slicing a loaf of bread. Same concept, only bigger. This isn't like a Beetle. This thing is heavy. It's obviously had the commercial vehicle in mind when they made this. It's some heavy metal. That must be why it was so hard to cut. You can tell this baby's got a lot of miles on it, but it's still ready for the road. It's our new flexible chassis design. It smooths out the bumps. This thing's ready to rock, baby. Fire it up. It's an old Volkswagen. I don't know what's going on. It rolls around, but it's easy to fix. That's the whole thing. The thing that's bugging me now is these snow tires. Picked out these tires and rims because they got that kind of old school look with the white letters. This is essential because, you know, you can start drawing your lines of what it's going to look like around the final tire diameter and width. So obviously it's looking like some kind of weird contraption. Put a little something on it. Get us in the direction we're going. This bus was driving around on snow tires and some weird worn out radials. So putting some kind of a custom rim and the low profile tires really adds to it. It's the typical hot rod formula. You know, change the rim and tire combo and it's a whole different ride. That's way better. And then I'm gonna cut the chassis and stretch it, figure out the wheelbase. But it's a good first day. I'll get this thing set up, talk to Victor when he gets back here. I think first things first, I've been looking at these plans and just trying to come up with a starting point. The cool factor in this is that I'm actually building the body from scratch. It's a super simple design, but I haven't done this yet. And that's really the thing. Looking at the way this thing is constructed, it was built out of panels of foam and then fiberglass. But my idea is to build a perimeter frame, like a skeleton, out of 1-inch square tube. It's gonna be way easier for me to just frame this thing out. It'll look kind of like a bird cage, and then I'll skin it with aluminum sheet. The whole idea with this frame is that I can really gauge three-dimensionally what the rake is on these tires, how this looks side to side. That way it looks centered on the chassis. Once I have the wheelbase established, it's all about the roof height, the overall length of the thing, and most importantly to me is the angle of the roof and the angle of the windshield. This tube will represent the roof height. See where we're at. See, that gives it a definite rake. First order of business was definitely the look of a chop top. So the idea of the tail end being way high and the nose being pushed down, it's just, you know, that's the look. It already looks like a spaceship. It's a total moon buggy. I think I'm going in the right direction. You know, some kind of sci-fi cartoon, extraterrestrial vehicle. It's got that funky disco vibe. Those are the parameters. I used the engine hoist in the back, so I'll be able to raise and lower the rear roof height without having all that clutter inside. If I was building something right to the plan, I would be measuring. I'm trying to use the plan as just a baseline model and then mutate it from there. This is like drawing in three-dimensional. You know, if you had a CAD program and took it back to the Stone Age, that's what this is. You're out in the desert, thinking about weird stuff, you're on a lunar landscape. You got the vehicle for it. So it's really not about measuring, it's just about checking it out. So I think the whole layout of this body looks great. I'm committing to this framework with the 1-inch square tube. The wheelbase has got to be lengthened, so I'm going to stretch out the chassis and to go forward from there. It's a unibody, so the whole body is a tube structure that supports itself, but as soon as you remove that other 3 sides of the tube, you only have the bottom leg, and it's just a springboard. So my idea is to just beef the whole thing up. Instead of a 1x3 rectangle tube, I'm gonna put a 4x4 square tube that's gonna go over both of these frame rails. It's gonna hide the mismatch in the dimensions, and it'll be super strong. Hey, look, Ma, no chassis flex. A real frame. Now the suspension works instead of the thing buckling in the center. The projects I've recently accomplished with Victor were like all out, just go for it. And he was on board, so I'm really just trying to do something that kind of makes him stutter a little. Make him rethink that crazy potential that I have to offer. If he wants to push it to the limit, okay, I will. You can see that this looks great. There's like a very smooth surface. You're looking at the light reflections, and that's what I'm gonna try to maintain through the whole thing. Up till now, this thing's been a skeleton, right? Just conceptual. I had a couple pieces of cardboard on it. Finally getting these aluminum panels in place, you see it. 3-dimensional thing. It's an object d'art. The whole concept here is simplicity. If I can just lay this on and it looks decent, we're done. I think this is gonna work. Close the door. It's not gonna shut all the way because I still gotta finish the bottom edges. But the whole idea is to get this thing looking like a space shuttle. It's very thin. I'm screwing it down, which is putting little pressure points all around each fastener. The idea of a mirror straight body finish is no warpage, right? So I'm trying to figure out how to keep this material under control. Once I got one door skin put on, I knew this material was gonna work. I had to figure that out. The biggest challenge was in the nose. There was a lot more bent panels up front than there were on the sides and rear. The steel's gonna be showing all through here, but 2 aluminum panels are gonna meet on these corners. So I gotta come up with a pretty clean design. The nose of that is going to be created in one piece, and that's a series of a number of bends. It's going to come out of the windshield frame, turn down. It's 1 inch out, 1 inch down, 24 inches pitching forward, 8 inches down, and then 1 inch back. So this thing should snap into place once the sides are trimmed out. So now I can mark where it's gonna fit inside this upright. By bending one panel up, it just gives the nose a nice smooth look. Trying to minimize the amount of exposed seams, no lapped over joints. Then I'll just finish the edges up. I like everything about this. These look a little cheeky to me. Looks a little like The Godfather. That's the only problem I'm having with it. That round bumper and those little jowls. But all in all, this is what I was looking to build. Just in time for Halloween. It's gonna be great. So my next order of business is to get the rest of these body skins at least, if not permanently installed, at least very mocked up so that it looks like a box, and then hook up the controls and drive it. Hey man, just finishing up the last bit of this stuff. Good to see you. I fleshed out the interior with wood, made a seat, all the controls are hooked up.
Yeah, no, that's perfect, and it looks like it's really comfortable too.
Yeah.
And it adds to the flow. There again, everything's flowing, just the way I like it.
Victor came in and checked out the seat I made, right on the money. He didn't have anything to say except yes. Now you can see the way I fit in it. There's headroom for me.
Yeah, no.
You're laying back and it's just enough. I got the steering all figured out, the clutch works. Brakes.
Yeah, that thing's gonna be a trip. It'll do wheelies, right? For a one-man operation, what this guy does, I come in every couple days and it's holy. This guy must not sleep because he did 3 weeks worth of work on this thing in a couple days. That bitching in front, I love that. Now, practicality. I mean, you know, we're gonna use this, go with the theme of the 70s, and we're gonna use like the shag carpet now. Maybe what are we doing? Maybe some kind of ice chest or some kind of maybe other seating or maybe fishbowl, who knows? I mean, what the hell?
This whole thing started as like a utility cart with some signage. And Victor is really excited about my design and he's wanting to take it next level. Everybody's gonna look at it, man. I put it out in the parking lot just to see, and yeah, it's a total eye catcher. You know, it's one thing standing 5 feet away, but from the other end of the parking lot, it looks like a little space shuttle sitting there.
Well, that, and then
weird.
Once we throw these crazy colors on here and these lines, I mean, we have to, I'm talking 70s, man. I'll get you some bell bottoms and then we'll be back at it.
I'll just put 10 million screws in this thing, start it up, and I'll bring it over to your place. Probably be 2 days.
All right, let me know, and I'm ready for you. My boys are ready.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. Larry says the engine's a turnkey runner, so I just kind of did my little thing, made sure the carburetor linkage was free, the fuel pump was doing its job with the fuel, and just kind of checked the oil and made sure it was ready to rock. I'd like to take one moment to thank you, Mr. Larry. It's a great engine. But yeah, it's a turnkey motor, just like he said. Before delivery, Victor requested that I put a rear bumper on it. This thing is going to Victor's for all the finished bodywork and paint. He set up a punch list for me. He wanted a dashboard, a rear bumper with a trailer hitch, put an exhaust on it, and just finish up the paneling and headlights. And I guess he's got some kind of garden carts that they'll pull around with this, so he asked for a simple trailer hitch. Doesn't have to be super duty. I just set up that crossbar that hits the old, well, what you'd consider the frame. And the whole thing with this cage is I'm not welding the engine in. See, it's got little sleeves, so these are welded in, and then there's a bolt that holds the whole thing together. That looks perfect. Well, you might remember my friend Bill's famous scrap pile. So I found this chunk of steel. It just had a giant hole drilled in it that fit the trailer hitch. It's easier to cut this thing off, believe it or not, than to drill a new hole through this heavy material. It's like you're at the store, they have those little racks for the impulse buyers. Bill's whole backyard is like that for me. When I welded this big old plate on there, it looked terrible. The whole idea is making it look cool, right? Little weld, little plasma cut, it's a winner. Custom trailer hitch. Once I put the headlights in, you could see, you know, it had the face, it's a happy car. These are like early Volkswagen bus and bug headlights. That was the whole thing. It was a VW kit car. I just like Volkswagens. I could work on a million Thunderbirds and it's like, see ya. You know, everybody's got their thing. This is a hand-built Volkswagen-powered toy car. I mean, it's beach buggy, and that's cool. That's what gives it the character, man. Look at that, that's a happy car. It's like, Victor loves the project in this stage of finish. It's a blank canvas to him. You know, I was really concerned with the actual fleshing out of it, the building, and now it's time to get down and finish it up. All the interior details and then the paint. In an emergency, you will be warned. This van is going to be sitting around outside year-round. It's not going to be garage kept, so the air filters are directly exposed. Need something to keep whatever water out of the carburetors. Came up with a simple design to cover the top. It looks kind of like a little race car wing. Shrouds the side of the engines. You know, if you're driving by sprinklers, for instance, it's not going to go down the engine and ruin it. I guess the whole thing about this is it's a handmade piece of art, you know? Everybody's gonna dig it. Little kids, old ladies. It just looks like a giant toy car. It's gonna get a ton of attention. It's gonna make people smile. Victor's got his guys going for it. I guess he's got the buggy painted and he wants me to come over and check it out. Just like any custom paint job, this thing's all taped off. I guess he's done a lot of line work and everything. I can't wait to see it. It looks like it's totally 70s style.
Remember I told you we're gonna do this big old marketing thing. As I looked, I said it's gonna be marketing tool, but it's still gotta be cool. I started looking at it and then I was thinking 70s. In the core, I went beyond of what I needed to do for being a nursery golf cart / marketing tool. I took it to the limit of what it was. Instead of being just a square box, I said, wait a minute. I need to throw some lines in here. It needs to sparkle. It needs to be cool. You know, everything we build gotta be one-off, one of a kind, and over the top.
You got 3 colors, silver, gold, green.
We're still gonna put a clear coat on it. And inside the clear coat, we could add shades of pearl or metallic.
Victor was talking about some kind of panel paint job, you know, something 70s inspired. So as we start peeling back the tape and the paper, he's obviously had somebody who knows what they're doing lay this thing out. It's a pretty intense graphic, and I'm digging it.
And I had my buddy, Bob Kozlick, an awesome pinstriper. He came in, I gave him some thoughts, and he ran wild on this thing.
The only thing I'm wondering is, paint looks so good with the patterns, where's the sign gonna go?
Just like you do to me, I have you do something, you change it up on me, I'm doing the same to you.
We're just peeling tape, peeling back paper, looking at it, and we unwrap it, there's no signage. I thought we were making a custom sign, and all I see is these wild line graphics.
I was thinking about that, and I was waiting for you to ask. Remember, the doors open up and the sign is there, but I had a brainstorm where, you know, the buggies have this whip with a big old sign on it. So it's something that when you're driving, the sign's moving, and I could go up 5 foot, 10 foot, 20 foot.
This project started as an advertising scheme, and he's ended up with this crazy dune buggy van thing.
I still wanted a sign, but I needed the car or the vehicle or it to be cool. The it has this flag with my nursery ultra greens on it, and people are gonna go, what is it, you know?
Right, sure.
And I just say it's just a knit.
This thing is kind of an off-road vehicle at heart, and I think the idea of this flag banner thing is great. If you're out at the dunes, you're required to have a flag, and hey, it's representing the company. That's pretty cool.
Not only do they look to see the sign, they look to see this cool-looking vehicle and say, well, what is it? Well, it's a knit.
I don't know what Victor's talking about. I don't know what it is. This thing's a Boonie Bug for 2014. I'm totally on board with it. He's got a great idea for this sign. Now it's time to just do the finished details. So to wrap it up, it's typical process for Victor. He's got his interior guy, Lino. He's done all his projects. The guy's an ace, and I think he's gonna be the guy that takes the interior over the top.
Then I said, okay, this is natural. This is a golf cart. This is a nursery cart. We need indoor-outdoor carpeting. So I said, hey, Lino, can you put this as carpeting? And he goes, well, yeah, he can.
I think working with this AstroTurf might be new realms for Lino's career here. I guess Victor still is on the whole Ultra Greens kick. I mean, he wants this to be representing the business, so he's got like AstroTurf inside, still carrying the green metal flake theme inside with vinyl. All the elements are in place, and I can't wait to see what happens. From the onset, I knew we were building something with 4 wheels and an engine, and he just took it to the next level, typical Victor style.
We had no idea what this thing was gonna come out to be. It's beyond my expectations. It's not a show car. The little nursery car took it to the next level. This thing's gonna be all dirty and in the mud.
He lucked out with this engine. This thing rips. Everything has held together great. It runs great. I almost wish I didn't have to give it up. I was really getting attached to this thing. Being able to drive it on its inaugural run was really cool. Performed perfect. I think Victor's gonna take this thing more places than the nursery. So in addition to the paint, Victor went all out on the interior. He's got custom vinyl interior, two-tone, special seat, gold and green. He's got a custom steering wheel. They put AstroTurf inside instead of carpeting. I mean, this thing's looking good. It's buffed, polished, sign is on. This thing is a rockin'. It's great. Our first idea was like some kind of a wagon with a billboard on it.
But you know what? I got signs everywhere. But the car itself is gonna make the statement. And we just added the signs on, and you could take them off.
It really shows that Victor's idea was a good call in the end. This thing holds its own just sitting there in the parking lot. It's got the same colors as his fleet, fits right in with all of Victor's work trucks.
The reason why me and Ian hit it off so good is he's creative, and we're just started.
If this was just a small project, then he's up in his game and he's looking to build something incredible. I can't wait to see what's next. I recently went to this dune buggy show just to see what's going on in the scene, and it's happening. This type of car has been built for decades. It started out with simple tube frame and advanced into this fiberglass body. At the car show, you see all kinds, and people just dig them. The early dune buggies are super desirable. They're still around, but they're harder to get. What you're seeing a lot of is reproduction stuff with really high-tech performance goods. The cool factor in this type of car is that it's super unique. They're about having a good time, and everybody does it their own way. The Myers-Manx is kind of the standard. It has the reputation of being the coolest, most sought-after classic fiberglass buggy. Yeah, the fellow across the way said that this was the original, the real deal Manx. I guess this one sits on an original VW floor pan that's shortened. And just looking around it, you can see a lot of the parts are all VW Bug. Seeing all these dune buggies got me charged up. I'm ready to get this thing going. Don claims to have an old fiberglass buggy and a chassis back in one of his shops. He's got like 5 buildings, huge, all full of cars. He said just kind of look around. I guess there's a lot of stuff in here. He's not sure where it is. There's got to be a million cars here, and it's been sitting for decades. This car could be anywhere. Don's got stuff piled on top of stuff.
Ian wanders around the boneyard here looking at this and scratching his head all the time. And I asked him, what are you thinking about? He goes, the next project. So we have lots of stuff here to work with.
The whole game plan here is search and destroy. It's gonna be a lot of digging, fighting a lot of cobwebs, but if he says it's here, I bet it is. He's got a pretty good memory.
There's stuff that can be hot rods out there. They could be gassers. They could be lead sleds. There's a variety of cars that I have here.
There's just so much stuff here. Maybe I'm not gonna build the fiberglass buggy. He's got a bunch of tube frame rails. He's got some Jeeps. There's all kinds of stuff. If I don't find this buggy, it's definitely gonna be something in these buildings. Now this is slick. Oh man. This Sterling is kind of a funky car. It's probably why it's sitting back here in the shop. They have a look, but it's not the look I need. Everybody's got their taste in vehicles. You look at Don's collection, he's got Mustangs, muscle cars, bitchin' trucks. I pull out the junky old dune buggy from the back corner. This is what I'm looking for. Perfect. It's pretty freaking rough, but these bodies weigh like 150 pounds. This is perfect. He's got a chassis here. It looks like it's 68 or 70. It's all here. All the brakes are here, emergency brake, steering, suspension, transmission. This must have been somebody's buggy project that they never got to. This is perfect. This buggy's the real deal. It's a 60s survivor. I don't know where it came from. Don's wife, all growing up, her family vacations were dune buggies at the dunes. It could be her father's, mother's, brother's, cousin's, uncles. There was a lot of dune buggies going on in this family, and this thing's still here, untouched for decades.
That old dune buggy body was something that my father-in-law had dug up years ago out in the desert from a guy that his son had crashed it. So the front end has pretty much been busted off of it, the gel coat shot, and it is in really rough condition. It really needed to be cut up and thrown in the trash can. It was that bad.
It's like a Halloween costume. I love it. See, this is super light. This is perfect. Done. Let's drive it. The only thing I can see for me as a down point is the body is thrashed. It seems like the nose was either broken off or cut off. There's a really bad patch job across the whole front of the car. The car was segmented at some point in its life.
It should be straight now. It all sits on the floor now.
Yeah, because that was the thing too. The whole thing was like, it was really crooked.
It was put on like
right.
that.
It's like somebody had it set up on a freaking crate on one side and then glassed it together. I was really hoping that this thing might be sanded and actually a nice glossy paint job on it, but Smiley's super busy. What he did was what I asked him. He got the thing back in action. Structurally, it's there. I gotta take it, sand it down, Bondo it, and get it ready for paint. Well, that's the thing, man. I think I could do all the finished body work. It was just this structure that I was clueless. I wanted to be sure it was done right.
He works pretty much exactly like an artist in the studio works. He has an idea, and he musters the resources that he needs to make it happen. And he's got a number of projects going at the same time. But he works pretty much as if a painter would be working in the studio. He's got everything there. I don't think he really even works with assistants much. He certainly doesn't work on a kind of a manufacturing kind of capacity. He's definitely hand building everything with hand tools in a studio situation. It's not a factory. That's unique craftsmanship, that's unique artistry. And I mean, because he's designing stuff completely on his own, I would not put those in any other different category than like fine art. The fact it's got wheels and motors, that doesn't make any difference at all. I think he's making art. I don't think he'll admit it.
I brought the body back to Don's. I put it on the chassis, and I want him to check it out. I got a couple good ideas, and I think he'll go for it. This is the car that was all the way in the back there. and I think it's got potential. It looks rough, but it ain't that rough. What I'm gonna have to do is shorten the chassis. This is a stock Bug floor pan. It was laying in the back there too, but you can see how the tires are out of place.
With the body sitting on the pan, the pan hasn't been shortened yet. It looks a little odd. It's still looking a little rough around the edges, but I have a lot of faith in Ian on this project. Well, this would be great. This would be a little go-around deal for the wife around the yard here.
It's a pretty unique body. That's why I picked it.
It's gonna be cool. To see this old girl come back to life is gonna be really, really something. Seeing it a rolling project now looks a lot better than seeing where it was before. And it's starting to come along. It's still rough, but there's hope at the end of the tunnel here.
Don's got a body and a chassis. I got a VW engine and a few other parts. I think this thing can come together quick. Right on, man. Well, I'm gonna wheel it out of here and get to it.
Okay.
After I left Don's, I gave this car a good coat of primer. It's pretty much ready for fabrication. I got it back here in my shop, and it's time to start the fun part. The stock VW Bug is 15 inches longer than this fiberglass body, so the first step is to cut this thing in half. For a lot of people, cutting a car in half would be a real trial. I've done this so many times, it's like a 2-hour process. I'm gonna cut this chassis in half, shorten to 15 inches, and get on with it. The whole mode of how I'm putting this thing together is to work through it as quickly as possible. I'm gonna get the structure in place and then put whatever linkages I need in later. Shortening this chassis isn't a big deal for me, but I'm really making it mine. It's finally, I'm doing some work on it. It's been just conceptual up to this point, so it's cool because I'm starting to make some decisions. Inside the VW pan, there's a whole bunch of stuff. You have cables that control the heater, you have a throttle cable, you have a clutch cable, you have emergency brake cables, you have a shifter rod, and a brake hose, the brake line. When I put the engine in, I'm gonna put all these tubes back in the chassis, so I'm not even concerned with it at this point. Deal. You see, there's really nothing to it. It's pretty straight ahead. So I'm making all the cuts just a little bit short of where they should be. The idea being I'll slip this thing together and slowly make cuts until it fits within 1/16 of an inch so I can weld it nice. I pushed the chassis back together, shorten the wheelbase. It looks great. I'm gonna weld it up and put the body on. It's the first time with the proper wheelbase. I knew that this body was built for a VW chassis, but this is a later model than the body was. These were for 60s Beetles that had a swing axle. This is probably a 1970 or so. So I really wanted to put the body on once the chassis was shortened and be sure it fit. I never knew if it would fit until now. All my calculations are correct. Put the body back on the chassis. It looks great. I'm stoked. Now it's down to just getting the dune buggy specific parts put together. The whole idea with a roll cage is you just want room to live. You know, if something goes wrong, you want the passenger and the driver protected. The roll cage is the silhouette. It's the big part of the proportion of the car. I just want to make sure that it looks right. This hoop fits the car perfectly. It's definitely too tall. I designed it that way so I can adjust it. It's really just about making the second hoop and then putting the crossbars in. It's all about how I fit in the car. Don has got piles and piles of stuff. I found these 2 cool seats in one of his shops, and they fit the bill. When I'm setting up a car, sit in it, it's all about how I fit. If the seat fits me, it's gonna fit almost everybody. Yeah, that windshield height's perfect. So the back hoop will be just above my head, and it'll have 2 tubes going forward. So same deal as this. I'm gonna make 1 more hoop, cut 4 bars to cross over the center and go back and attach it to the car body. You can see these bodies are made to have this exact style roll cage. See how it fits in perfect down the corner? It's like when they did the glass, they designed it to have a roll cage in there. So you see it fits right in. This is good for me. I mean, there's plenty of leg room. You know, by shortening the car, you think, oh, we're gonna make it unusable, but remember, this Bug was a 4-seater, as small as it is, so I'm actually sitting where the front seats should be, just a little bit further back. Everything looks good. I just need to make the cross members on the roll cage, and it's a done deal. The whole thing with this is usability. It's gonna put some structure back in it because this fiberglass is pretty beat up, but this design is really so you can get in and out really easy. You know, you got some monkey bars to hold on to. So that's the deal. You know, when you're going around the dunes and you need something to hold on to, you got it. And then to get out, you got a handle. And it looks cool. Ever since I started this project, I've been thinking about the engine. Searching around at Don's, as usual, he's got so much stuff. I find an electric motor for a forklift. Just in a pile of parts, you know, there's this electric motor, there's a bunch of switches, speed controllers, just electric stuff. Just got me thinking. I mean, an electric dune buggy, nobody's got that. I have to put power to it and see what it's gonna do. It's a pretty sad state. This motor sounds more like a siren or something. It's really grinding, it's whining. Electric motors are typically silent, and this one sounds like something terrible. It'll be the only dune buggy with a real, authentic engine sound. The crazy thing is this motor is operating. I put 6 volts and then 12 volts to it. It spins free. It's just making a weird noise. Full speed ahead with this program. I don't care what it sounds like as long as it works. This motor has to plug in to that shaft. This shaft is what spins the gearbox. That's basically what we gotta do is stick that thing onto that thing. The big challenge in this motor swap is the coupler. I'm having to create some kind of a cockamamie idea that mates this forklift motor to the Volkswagen transaxle. The coupler's gotta be strong and it's gotta be balanced. I found a shaft that matches the VW transaxle. I got a collar that matches that diameter shaft, and I'm gonna weld it together and run it. I just transferred these holes to this square frame. So this face goes up against the transaxle. Same bolt pattern as the Volkswagen engine, and they're centered so that the 2 drive shaft things are lined up. I put together some really hairy contraptions. This thing is pretty dialed in. It's loose, but it's gonna work. It seems like it's gonna work. That fits the Volkswagen transaxle. What do you think about that? It's gotta work. I'm going off the standard VW gearbox, so it has a neutral, which is perfect. I don't have to worry about the tires spinning. So it's kind of a safety mode. I'm just gonna hook up the motor and run it, see what happens with no stress on it. The big question mark is how does this thing spin? So being in neutral and running it 6 volt and then 12 volt, it's cool. It's not perfectly balanced, but it's damn good. This part of the process is the final step. As long as we get this speed controller mounted, it's onto the paintwork. Nothing in this build has been that big of a challenge except for the electronic components. That's the big task here in the whole project.
Making progress?
Yeah, I did exactly what you said on your sketch. I couldn't get 4 6-volt batteries, so I mixed it up. I got a golf cart battery, a truck battery, a boat battery, and a forklift battery. So it's kind of like Tetris in here, but it works.
Well, it looks like everything's hooked up properly. And then this is your switch circuit here?
I couldn't find a slide switch or a rotary. So you know, with the 6-volt, it was really just a bump to get it rolling.
Okay.
So it's push button, so it'll go. 6 will just get you rolling, and then that's cruising speed. The second gear is 12 volts, third gear is 24 volts, and because I don't know if that 36 is gonna fly, I just put it on a momentary. If it seems like it's gonna work, we could just put a switch there. So let's see if it works.
Yeah, just run it. That is rad, man. I'm telling you what. I didn't think it'd go that quick. And he's still got 4 gears.
It's a little spooky when right out of the box it works, you know? Speed controllers operated fine, there's power, there's speed. We're ready to rock.
See that? It worked.
That is brilliant.
Dude!
Totally works.
Right on. Awesome.
Yeah. Now that this car is running, I looked at it driving around a little bit. It's kind of bland. The body's a cool shape, but it's just one big blank thing. No trim work, nothing. It's just a shape. I want to do some kind of graphic thing. It's got to be an exciting car. It's a fun car, so I got to come up with something cool. Graphics are really time-consuming. 3M gave us a whole ton of tape, so I'm going to use every bit of it. I'm going to tape off the whole body of this car and come up with a cool graphic job. I got a silver car, I want red stripes, so I'm going to tape it off everywhere so that the only part that gets the paint is where I want the red. The wild thing about this is I have so many lines going on, I'm not going to know what it looks like until it's painted. This is just an idea. The whole deal is it's got to be symmetrical, and it's a million pieces of tape on this, so they got to seam together flawlessly, because if the tape doesn't line up, the paint doesn't look right, it doesn't look pro. I don't have a lot of experience with paint, so I really don't know what this is going to look like until it's finished. Really, once the clear coat is on, that's the finished result, and a painter that's done this knows where he's going. I'm just going. Eastwood gave us a whole urethane kit. It's got this red base coat. You just thin it out. It has no catalyst. It's super easy to use. You just mix it and spray it. Worked out really good. I didn't talk to Don about any graphics. He saw the car primered and loved it, so I hope when I show it to him, it flies. It's kind of dim where I was spraying it, so I rolled this car out in the sun to check it out, and it's pretty much the moment of truth. Did I make it? I started peeling it back, and the glitter was just popping. The sunlight was hitting that, it looked great. And then Dawn shows up.
I don't know, Ian. Red's not one of her favorite colors. Oh, but that glitter sure looks nice.
Even though red might not be your favorite color, come on. Every gal is a fiend for glitter.
Shit, love the glitter.
Right? Look at that metal flake.
Oh, wow. That's
Old
really
school
starting to come
dune
alive now. That looks really cool.
When Don saw this thing in the sunlight, he was sold right there. He thought Patty, even though red wasn't her favorite color, he thinks she's gonna dig it. Not only do you have glittering lightning bolts, but you got a double red line there.
That looks really cool.
I'm stoked that the paintwork happened. It was a little touch and go, but it worked out perfect. So once this base coat sets up a little, I'll clear coat it, and then really it's just like put on the headlights, put in the interior, and she's ready to roll. I think 3 days is good.
Yeah, when he pulled the tape off and it was done, and the clear coat was the next step, I knew it was going to come alive then. It looks absolutely great. Wonderful, wonderful.
Be just in time for her birthday, man.
Be perfect.
Hope
Be a
she
great
likes it.
surprise. Oh, she's going to love it.
All right.
Okay, I'm going back to work.
I'll be here. This isn't a really technical paint job, but it's way further than where I was going originally. And that's the thing, once you get excited about something, just keep going with it. Finally got the car all dialed in. Road tested it for a while, seats are in, carpet's laid. It's time to show it to her. Don and I are gonna reveal the dune buggy, and I really hope Patty likes it.
She knows we've been working on something. She doesn't know what we've been working on. So I think this is going to be a total thrill for her. She's been around the dune buggy stuff all her life. Her dad used to take her out, cruise in the desert many, many, many times. So, and she's such a tomboy. This is going to work out perfect for her.
Don't walk me into something.
And here is your birthday present.
Oh, I like the red. Wow, this is, oh, and you carpeted it. This is totally cool.
No gas, all electric.
Oh, wow.
You can hot rod this around all you want around the compound here.
That's so neat. And it has the hubs just like the race car.
Just like Dad's race car.
That's awesome. This is gonna be so much fun.
Hot damn, she loved it. She really, really loved it.
It's way cool. I like that it's sparkly, and I like the red. The pinstripes and everything on it is really cool, draws a lot of attention. It's way cool, I like it.
Yeah, we actually found this back in the shop way back at the end. It was buried under a bunch of stuff, and we restored the whole thing.
That is so cool.
The thing that Patty responded to most was all the reused parts. We're on the same wavelength in that she's not looking to spend a bunch of money. She doesn't want a super fancy car. So the fact that we used all the stuff that was around her family's compound really turned her on.
All of those parts are repurposed from something else. I mean, I don't think he spent hardly a dime on it except for maybe some headlights and a couple other things. I mean, we're into this thing for next to nothing.
So the whole deal is it drives just like a car with the brake and steering, but there's no gas pedal. You just have this switch. So if it's in neutral, the motor just turns on.
Really?
And that's it. That's all you do is on and off. And there's different speeds. So you don't have to shift. That's your shifter.
I think my favorite thing that Ian did with the car is going electric with it. I think that is just way cool. And it shows how talented he is.
I was kind of nervous because it's electric, so it's different. It's completely different. So I wanted to drive it, but I was also nervous about damaging it or doing something. But it's really cool to drive. It's a lot of fun. I love it!
The cool factor about this whole build was that Patty's family was into dune buggies. I mean, for years, like old school when the thing first happened. So to restore this original Survivor and give it back to her, it's like it came full circle.
As far back as I can remember, my dad, he always raced cars, and he always had dune buggies. We always went to Pismo, and he had a Myers-Manx, and it was a lot of fun. And just looking at this makes me remember how much fun I had with my dad and with my sisters. And I'm not a girly girl, I'm total tomboy, so this is totally perfect.
Don was totally stoked. His big issue was this was a gift to Patty. He didn't want to end up in the doghouse, so me pulling this off for Don was really like an ace in the hole.
Yeah, Ian did such a wonderful job on that, and my wife is so happy. I don't think we could have got her a better birthday gift than this. It was absolutely fantastic.